All right. Good evening, everyone. Happy Tuesday, Team Zoom. Thank you so much for getting on. We were just having a chat with our leaders, and then we were having a chat with our incentive earners, those that are working toward the new incentive. And now here we are with our all consultant team Zoom. Welcome. Tonight we're talking about the harvest collection. We're going to talk about how to build a jot form and take pre-orders, plus some other tips, tricks, tidbits. And so we look forward to our time together tonight. Before we get started, Lisa is going to give us our announcements for the week. So, Lisa.
Hello, coming to you for the last time, maybe ever. I don't know. We'll see. But soak it in while you can, guys. Announcements for August 23rd. I've just got the new ones today, but we do have a lot of ones that are still pertinent. So please do check out your news tab in your workstation. It does get updated Tuesdays after 3 p.m. And that's, I think that's across the board, 3 p.m. Is that time zone specific on that? It always updates after 3 p.m. for me, so I just assume it's for everybody, but I'm in Central. But anyway, moving on, we can answer that question later. It does update on Tuesdays, so make sure you check out your news tab and look back and see if there's anything that you've missed. But big, exciting announcement. We are now open for business in Belgium and Luxembourg. Good to go, enrolling consultants, sales up and going. So if you have an interest in cross-sponsoring and expanding your Scentsy team across the pond, if you haven't already, you can check under the accounts tab in your workstation, and there is a cross sponsorship agreement that you can fill out and sign, and then you can sponsor in another country or another region. And if you know anybody in Belgium or Luxembourg, this is the time. You can go ahead and do that, and they can join and be on your team. You can't sell to people who live in that country, but you can sponsor people who can then sell to people in that country. So it's an important distinction, but still really cool. So accounts tab on your workstation. You guys may have seen this floating around. A lot of us posted about it on Facebook, but Scentsy was recognized among America's best employers for women, which is super awesome. This is the first time that Scentsy has received this award. It's the fourth time that they've been recognized as one of the overall best general employers in the country, but the first time specifically for women. And I think that's pretty amazing, because we know that women in the workplace have come a long way, but there's still a long way to go. So I think Scentsy is out there blazing a trail, and that's something to be proud of and to share with everybody, but especially like our customers and our potential future teammates, that it is a great place to be. So Scentsy emailed starting yesterday, probably also into today. I think I saw the email today. Any of our customers who have purchased wall fan diffusers, pods, or diffuser systems, Scentsy is emailing to promote the air purifiers. So be on the lookout for that. Also a great time to maybe post some content for your VIPs or your customers to go along with that email. If you have, especially if you have an air purifier, showing yourself using it, maybe changing the filter, tips and tricks, or just general info about why the air purifier is so amazing. Of course, we talked about it. If you were here for the incentive chat, we were just talking about the clearance and all the new things that popped up yesterday. So new products in our clearance section, if you haven't seen it yet, a lot of really cool stuff in there, discounts up to 30% off. We also have licensed wall fan diffusers and pods on sale, which is pretty amazing. And of course, returning Nightmare Before Christmas products at amazing discounts. Mini warmers for like $12. You guys, Buddy and Buddy Clip bundles for $25. It was good sales for me yesterday. So check that out. I don't think anything's sold out yet. The Nightmare Before Christmas stuff is under its own page. It's not in the clearance section. Important note, but the wall fan diffusers are under the clearance section. So super big distinction if you are linking somebody to something specific. So check those out. Remember Cinderella's Castle pre-orders. I know that's a returning one, but I wanted to mention that again. If you have any outstanding pre-orders, to make sure you're letting your customers know about that. And then last but not least, what I have for you is the product status list. We have 2 things coming back into stock on Thursday, the 25th. And that is the Coastal Sunset Counter Clean and the Luna Scent Circle. And I bid you adieu. Not really. I'm gonna mute myself.
I love it. Thank you so much. And thank you for bringing so much personality into our announcements. We appreciate you.
You're welcome.
All right, let's start off tonight by talking about the Harvest Collection and marketing the Harvest Collection. I'm going to turn it over to Tammy, and she is going to talk us through the first part of marketing the holiday or Harvest Collection. Tammy, all you. You're muted, though.
I thought you unmuted me when you did that. Well, hello. So let me start again. Now that I'm unmuted. Basically wanted to start off by talking about the Harvest Collection. Even though our catalog release this month, we really start getting busy in September. And so the launch of that is the Harvest Collection. So I'm super, super excited about that. And when we're talking about how to market it, one of the best things that you can do is start getting that under the noses of your customers now. Because if you have customers like mine, they tend to be a couple days late. They want something after it's no longer available or it's sold out. And so you want to get as many customers in front of that Harvest Collection so they're aware of what's coming out and they can get on your pre-order list, or you can give them instructions on how they can get that themselves. And so one, I don't know. I mean, these were launched a couple weeks ago, available to purchase. But if you purchased any of these, you want to get those out in the mail now, so they get them before September 1st. What I like to do is I always put a sticker on mine that basically explains to them that these items in here are limited time offers and that they will sell out. And if they see anything they're interested, to contact me. And so that's something that you can do. You can put a simple note, whatever, but to let them know that these are not going to be available forever. For those of you that didn't, if you didn't order these, that's okay. You can basically go into the marketing tab and download it and then turn it into a flippable harvest brochure. And I don't know, Melissa, can you share it here again with everybody? But there's a couple places out there that are free. So you can go to flipsnack.com or flippingbook.com. And you can take that PDF and convert it into a flippable catalog that you can actually text or email to your customers. So don't worry if you didn't purchase them. Again, just get it out to them in some form or fashion.
Tammy, I'm going to post it right on Together We Sent right now. Keep talking.
Okay, so she's actually going to post it out there for you to actually take that link and share it so your customers can see what's out there. But then on top of that, once you get it under their nose, there's other ways that you can continue to market it between now and the 1st of September. So basically, we've talked about this in previous Zooms. You can actually go out onto our order tab and search what some people have previously ordered. So obviously we have the new Harry Potter stuff. So you can go under your order tab and select Harry Potter, go back to when you started, even though Harry Potter wasn't out that long ago, and search that, and it'll bring up everybody who previously purchased Harry Potter. And that's a great way to reach out to those individuals, because you know they like Harry Potter, and let them know about the new items that are actually coming out. You can do that same thing with a bunch of different products. So for example, if you had anybody who purchased Enchanted Pumpkin or Mosaic Pumpkin, they may be interested in the new Fall Fairy Tale since it's similar. So reach out to them and say, hey, I know you really liked this warmer, but check out this new one that we have. The same thing, start looking at themes. So if you have people who potentially like skeletons or past warmers that had skeleton themes to them, such as our Calavera, I think we had a DIY Calavera, Mr. Bones, Bonehead, any of those skeleton ones, share that new Calaverita or maybe that ghoulish grip one with them. So again, simply go into the order tab, type in the product. So you're going to search it by product, type that in there and see who actually previously ordered, and then market to them those new skeleton ones. The same thing. I mean, you can go on and on. We have the haunted houses, the people that like those. So we previously had Manic Mansion, we've had Haunted House. Share Haunted Good Times with them. If they didn't get in on those last year, now's the time that they can actually get in on it. Jack-o'-lanterns, we've had multiple jack-o'-lanterns. So we've had Jack, we've had the original jack-o'-lantern, we've had Rustic Jack. Share with them the new jack-o'-lantern wall fan or cut it out. And then go into scents. I mean, if you have somebody who likes Bright Cider Life, let them know that that's now going to be one of the 3 hand soaps in the hand soap collection, or that it's coming out in the clean product in the Scentsy Fresh. But the point that I want to make here is that get it to them before September 1st, because guaranteed there is going to be some items that will sell out quickly or quicker than we anticipated. And your customer is going to see the brochure. And there's going to be one of us on this page right now on this Zoom that is going to have that customer that wants the one item that sold out because they didn't see it in time. So that's what I would recommend, is actually find ways to, one, get it out there, and then ways to continue to provide exposure by sharing on your Facebook page, Instagram, any of those type of communications with your customers. If you do newsletters, to let them know what's coming out, and key targeting the people that maybe have certain interests. Once you actually get that, then how do you get the payment? Melissa's going to cover jotform and how you can accept payment from them. And then once you have that, we're going to go into, Debbie's going to show how you can actually improve your chances of getting those items before they do sell out. So that is all I have. I don't know if any of our other directors have anything else to add, or things that have worked for them in the past as far as marketing the harvest collections.
Do you also love how Tammy is marketing the scent and warmer of the month for next month right behind her shoulder? See? Do you see him peeking? Countdown to Halloween is peeking right over her shoulder. Love it. And this question, actually, this is unrelated, but Tammy, this question has come up a couple times. What are the numbers that are taped behind you?
Oh, so basically when I do some live Facebook parties, I basically this is from a Heather Gorsuch a long time ago, but I still actually use it. Basically, you want to create urgency that these numbers are very valuable and they want to grab those. And when they grab them, there's a corresponding envelope that has something that they will get in addition for hosting a party, like a free laundry love or other items. And so I've been doing some Facebook parties and Facebook Lives and Zoom calls, Zoom parties. And so that's what these are for. Just another way to get interest in booking parties. So
thank you for clarifying.
Yeah.
And I love when we can just share random tools, and those are obviously, don't they catch your eye? When Tammy was talking, you're like, what are those numbers that are behind her? So awesome. Thanks, Tam.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's dive right into talking about jotform. I am going to share my screen, and jotform is, let me actually show you. Jotform is a way for you to collect information. Now, some people prefer Google Docs. I've used both, and I really prefer the Jotform. I like its functionality better. But I was going to build out the entire Jotform for you tonight, but realized that it would have taken me too much time, and we didn't have enough time for me to show you everything. So I started building it out, but I'm going to show you how we can add an item to what we did. And even better, I'm going to show you how, when I share this form with you, how you can use it without having to recreate it. And that'll be a really helpful tool. So anytime that you come across a Jotform that somebody has made, you have the ability to import that right into your Jotform account and then change the information so that it applies to you. So we have a Harvest Collection order form. And this was just, I created a brand new jot form and I added a picture here. Let me get rid of, I need to move everybody. Okay. I uploaded an image. I called it the Harvest Collection order form. Here's the beautiful thing. Once you have an order form made in your account, you have the ability to clone that order form and change the information for going forward. So if you always want to be able to collect name, address, email, and phone number, you don't have to recreate that every single time. You can clone an existing form that you have and then just change the information, which is what I did today. I took this order form that I had already had made. I changed Harvest Collection order form. And then I went ahead and added a project list. So now how do I add a project list? Over here, do you see how it says add form element? There's all kinds of things that you can add to your jot form. And if I scroll down, a product list is one of those options. And so it pulls up and says, okay, add your first product, add your second product, add your third product. So I went in and I added pictures, the name, a description, and the price. And because it's a product list, when somebody checks it, it automatically totals. It should total. Maybe I didn't. Oh, it will when I on the preview the form. I'm still in edit mode, but it will total that jot form, that product list for them. So I went in, I added most of the Harvest Collection products from Fall Fairy Tale, Gingham Gourd, Paranormal Pumpkin, Haunting Good Time. I categorize these so you don't have to enter them in any particular order. You have the ability to move them. So if I come over to one of these items and click on it and click on this gear, it will show me all of the items. This is where I built my product list, but I can actually rearrange them if I want to by changing. So you don't have to put them in any particular order. What I did do was I grouped them by warmer of the month first, then full size warmers, a 3-pack of wax, the mini warmers that are available, Scentsy Buddy, then the Harry Potter items that are available, wall fan diffuser, hand soap, 3-pack of scent circles, and the oil 3-pack. Now, what I didn't add on here that I wanted to, and I saved this so that I could show you exactly how this is done, is I didn't add the pack of pods. Now, here's a really cool thing. How did I build this so easily with all of this information? Well, if you go to your website and you click on collections and view all collections, the Harvest Collection appears. And so all of the pictures and descriptions and prices with coming soon banners are loaded into our website. So what I did is I scrolled, I picked the pictures that I wanted, and which was most everything. Most everything. Okay, so we don't have a 3-pack of pods listed. The pods are listed individually. So something that I know that I didn't add was, what did I want to add? All right, we're going to add this travel twist just for fun. So I click on the travel twist. If I right click on it and hit save image, it's going to save that image of the travel twist. Then I'm going to copy Maple Rum Twist. I'm going to come back to my form. And over here, I'm going to add a product. I like to do it from the gear. So product name, I'm going to paste that in. I'm going to go back to the travel twist. And I'm actually going to put not only the fragrance description, but what the travel twist is. So I'm copying that description. I'm pasting that description in. We know that it is $7. And I'm going to choose the image. I just downloaded it. So it's going to be right here. And I'm going to hit save. I need to move that out of the way. I'm going to hit save. And there it is. So Very simple way to build your list of products is using your website for the photo and using the website for the description, for the name as it'll appear on the website, and the price. Very simple. And that's exactly how I built this entire list. I went to my website, I went to the Harvest Collection, I right-clicked on the photo and saved it. I copied the description, I copied the name. Okay, so now we have our list of products that we want for our Harvest Collection. And I named it in order form. I took off the word pre-order form because not everybody's going to pre-order the Harvest Collection products, or not all consultants are going to send this out for customers to pre-order before September 1st. You have the ability to do so. You can change this and call it pre-order if you want to, or you can leave it as an order form that is running for you for the length of the Harvest Collection. Now, if something sells out, you'll want to remove this from the jot form, of course, but this is something that you can do when you are texting out maybe the flip book that I just shared of the Harvest Collection. You could send the link to this jot form as well, right with that text, right with that Facebook post, right with that private message. You could post this or share this, and they could click on it and place an order with you right then and there. Now, don't confuse. This is not like placing an order on your PWS. These are not linked. There is, you would still have to place the order on their behalf, but this is a way for you to collect contact information. This is a way for you to collect what they want. And so if I go and I preview the form, come on. All right, we preview the form, and I'm going to check the boxes of the things that I want. When I scroll down to the bottom, it will have calculated with my tax rate. Now you can change your tax rate on your jot form, which you will have to do. If you take this form, there's not going to be many changes that you're going to need to make, but you will need to put in your correct tax amount. So how do you do that? If we go into form settings, I'm moving things all over the place. Where did I see it? Now I'm trying to remember. This might still be in build. Payments. See, now I'm going to have to find it. I forget where it is. Give me a second. I'll think of this. All right, I'll come back to that. And I'll get you that information. One thing that we always want to add to the bottom of our jot form, which I didn't do yet, is finding out, and I love this, if they're interested in earning free Scentsy and interested in earning money with Scentsy. Okay. And so this is off of another form of mine. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to put it in here. So what we want to do is to add another form element. I'm going to come down here. I want to use a scale rating. So my question is, interested in earning free Scentsy. And we're going to change this. I think I have to go into properties here. Options. I don't want worst. I like to be polite to myself. And actually they do say, well, no, we're going to go with okay. Oh, I just did that, didn't I? Heck yes. And no, thank you. All right. So that will give them, and the reason why you want to scale is because realistically, anybody that is a 2, 3, 4, or 5, you're going to reach out to. So that's why you do a scale. All right, we want to do another scale. And this one is interested in earning a Scentsy. We'll fix this. Options. Okay. And you can make that say whatever you want it to say. And actually, let's see. Okay. All right. So the form is now ready. Now you're saying there's no payment information. Here's the thing that I don't use jotform to collect payment, because the moment you link your PayPal or another payment platform, that service takes their fee. And in most cases, since we're placing the order for our customers on their behalf, we don't want to assess that fee. Because why would you? So what I do is I use this when they submit this form, I use it as their invoice, and then I contact them separately for payment. Now you really, and Debbie will touch on this as well, you really want to take in a pre-order situation or an LTO ordering situation, you want to take Venmo or Cash App, if you can, collect the money ahead of time so that you are only having to enter one credit card number and into that order. Because when you're in a time crunch and you want to make sure that you get the products ordered, you don't want to be putting in 6 or 7 different credit cards. Now, if somebody has to give you a credit card, that's not a big deal. That's totally fine. But I will typically use this as an invoice. I will let them know how much they owe me. I will give them my Venmo or my PayPal, but I will tell them to send it to me as friends and family. The moment you link it on jotform, it takes it as a payment for goods and services, and PayPal takes out their fee. But I'm in control of my PayPal, where I can actually just have somebody send it to me as friends and family, and then there's no fee assessed. So I collect payment on the side from this jotform. Does anybody have, let me stop for just a second and see if there's any questions, or if anybody has any questions about the jotform or anything that you wanted to see. So is this an app? Better on computer versus phone? You can get it on your phone. You can use it on your phone. I like to build it out on my computer when I'm toggling between 2 screens, because I feel like it's easier. But whatever you're fastest with, you can use it on the website or you can use it on the app. I also put in a comment saying that I'm not able to play. Oh, okay. Let me just see. There's searchable templates you can use and edit too. I usually use it for Harvest and Holiday Collection. Then I make a list in Excel and I'm good to go for the order. I'll typically put a comment in there saying if I'm unable to place their order due to it selling out before I can submit the order, I will refund their money. So let's do that. Let's put in Kristen's recommendation. I'm just going to copy it. So Kristen, thank you for that. And we're going to go share screen again. Go back to our jotform. And Kristen, I don't know if you want to tell me where you put it. Do you put it down in the payment section or do you put it right at the top? I would say probably we would put it right down here with the order total. I don't know if you want to.
Yeah, I typically put it towards the bottom just so they see it.
All right, so let's do
where
that.
the total is
So
and understand.
But come on, we're gonna put what is that? Is it a paragraph? We'll see. Okay. So we obviously. So let's say note. If I am unable to place your order due to product selling out before I can submit. How do we want to word this? if I'm unable to place your order due to a product selling out before I can submit the order, I will refund.
Or you can just say items are limited time offers if they sell out before, you know, either way is fine, but I
Or that. Does that make sense?
To me, I would only be concerned about the wording there that they're not thinking that you're going to be on there right away.
All right.
That's what I was thinking too.
All right.
That,
So
you
what
know,
should we
like,
say?
oh, I might be able to get there at some point and it'll sell out. Just say, as a reminder, these are limited time offers. If they sell out, you know, I
Let's
will. Yeah.
Like I was gonna say, if they sell out before I click submit, that way it's like you're doing it, you know, if it sells out quickly.
Cindy says she puts due to high demand.
No. These items are limited time offers. Give it to me. Give me the wording.
I personally would say something like, I will log on right away, but if they sell out before I click submit, I will refund your money. Just so they know that you're going to be on it right then, but sometimes things happen, you know?
All right. You can tweak it to whatever you want, but for time's sake, I'm just going to leave it at that. All right. So there we go. It is down there. I wonder if we have the ability to make it. Let's see. Background color. Let's highlight it. Okay, perfect. All right. With the job form, are you letting them know there is a chance you won't be able to get the items? Okay, so we covered that.
Melissa, I've heard a lot of discussion on some of the director boards and other boards where people are not even wanting to try and to do pre-orders because of this. But I would tell you that I think if you're clear and upfront and transparent with your customers, the majority of those people will understand if you are unable to get them. And so I wouldn't stop trying to do it because of the fear of you not potentially be able to get them.
Yep.
And there's a lot of people now that are saying, well, I'm not even going to try. And so I'll be honest with you, I was just visiting with Robin at the fair and she's had a lot of customers because she's, you know, she's got some things up to show and taken pre-orders. And a lot of people said, my consultant won't do a pre-order on that because they will sell out. Will you do it?
Yeah.
And so it's better to just be transparent with them and, you know, have the opportunity to get an order. And not because most people will understand if you're unable to get it.
Yeah. Thank you, Tammy. Okay, let's go to after I hit. So I built the form. I hit publish. So now my form is live. Okay. This jot form link that I'm going to copy. And I am going to drop it here in the chat. So you all have access to it. You're going to want to copy that link, put it somewhere, and I'm going to show you what to do with it. This is how you get it into your jot form. Okay, so I go back to jot form. Here are my, so this is the main screen. This is what you'll see when you log in. Yours will be blank if there aren't any forms. They're grayed out because I have deactivated or disabled the forms. Jot form is free. It's it's free to have 5 jot forms published and enabled at one time. I do not pay for jot form. So what I do is I will disable anything that I don't need at the moment. So for instance, I needed, the pre-order form for the clearance, but now this one is out. This one I'm not going to use anymore. So technically I can go ahead and disable this. That's going to gray it out. I still can always go back to it, edit it, reopen it, view the submissions, whatever. But here is where you are going to, so you would log into jotform, you would hit create form. Okay, I've reached my limit. I need to disable something else. So I don't need this yet. So for the sake of example, I will disable that. Okay, disabled. Now this is called clone of pre-orders. I want that to be called, I want to rename this really quickly. Sorry guys, bear with me, because I don't want it to be confusing when I share it with you. Rename. I want this to be called Harvest Collection. Okay. So now, when you log in, you're going to hit create form, import form from a web page. That link that I just dropped in the chat for you, you're going to paste right into that URL and hit create form. It is going to take you right to the order form with you having the ability to edit any of the information. This is very, 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 very important. Listen to me. This is very important. There is one thing that you want to make sure with this form. You will click on settings. You will go to thank you page. My web address is going to come up. You need to change it to your web address in the thank you page. What this means is after somebody hits the submit button, it is going to redirect them to an external link after they hit the submit button and take them to your website. Okay. Mine is defaulted in here, so I apologize for that, but you want to make sure that you change your thank you page to have your website be, or you can click it and it can just show a thank you page. But I always love, after I shop on a website or after I click on something or I submit a form or a survey, when it automatically takes me to that website. This is the same case. So you want to change that. And the one thing that I needed to figure out for you is where that tax rate is. I will find that and I will let you know, unless anybody else knows really quickly, or maybe you put it in the chat. I need, okay. But is that easy on how you can take a jot form? So on any of the Facebook pages that you are a part of, if somebody shares a jot form link, now you know how to take that jot form link and create your own. You just go into create a new form, import data from a website, and paste the jot form link in. Okay.
Looks like Lisa just put in the chat. Lisa Garcia just put in the chat about the tax rate thing.
In form builder, click on the payment element, click on payment settings. So let's go do that really quickly. In the form build, okay, click on payments. I thought I did that, but where? Payments. Click the payment element. Lisa, you might have to unmute and just tell me where to go. Folder, click the payment settings. That's the wand. Maybe. No, no one there. Go to the tax tab here. You can set. Gosh. All right. Well, I'll still have to post. Okay. We are almost to the top of the time. So I want to give Debbie the ability to tell you about placeholders. Then I will stop the recording. And if anybody has any additional questions about jotform, we'll talk about it after Debbie. So that's what we'll do. Oh, and we have a drawing. Rand, you're on here, right? Somewhere, I think we have a drawing tonight. Okay. Perfect. All right, Debbie, go ahead.
Okay. Hi, everyone. So just like Tammy was saying, September really is, I think it's our busiest month. And like, this isn't an official survey, but I really think that September 1st is probably like the biggest day in our history. It just feels like that to me. So it can be very stressful. So the most important thing is just be organized and have everything put together before that night. So what I do is I'll ask for all pre-orders before like 8 p.m. on August 31st. So I have a couple hours to get everything ready. You could even do it earlier if you need more time. And then I go to my party and I put all of the customer information in there. So whether they want a direct ship or not, it doesn't matter. Just make sure that all of their information is correct in there and make sure you have all your order forms filled out and you're organized. And then what you want to do is you want to create like a dummy party. So let's say you have $320 worth of pre-orders that are all things that aren't coming on sale until September 1st. You want to just find $320 worth of products and put them in. And I just put them in under me. I don't put them under each customer. I just put that amount in under me. And then I can put my free and half off stuff in. They're like placeholders basically. So I want to make sure that I have all my host credits in. And so I put something else in that's going to take the place of, I want to make sure I'm saying this correctly. So then when you go in to put your harvest items in there, then you want to take out your dummy order so that way you're not ordering twice the stuff and you'll still have the same amount of free and half off stuff. Does it make sense? So that's why it's easier if you just put all of your dummy order stuff under yourself, so you can just delete it quickly and you don't have to go from person to person. I feel like I said that weird and I just want to make sure, does that make sense, Melissa, the way I said that first part? Okay. And so, and then what I do is, let's say my free and half off stuff, I want stuff from the harvest collection. I make like a T-chart and I make a list of all my frees and I make a list of all my half offs. And that way I can just go boom, boom, boom and put them in really quickly. And then like Melissa was saying, I try really hard to have people pay me ahead of time so you can just use one credit card, because that can be really stressful. And if you're putting numbers in, I've been at the point where I've used someone's credit card and it got declined. And then it's like, what do you do? And I always end up just paying for it, and then it always ends up working out, but it might not work out sometimes. So you really want to try to get them to Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, Pay You Cash, or check, or whatever you want ahead of time. So you just use your card if you can. Let's see. I think I said it all, but I want to make sure. Another thing is I always log in, and I'm sure you know this already, but when there's a queue system in place, I always log in at least 2 devices. So I log in on my laptop and then I log in on my phone. And a lot of times my second device is the one that gets picked up first for some reason. It's random, but it does happen. If you're ever struggling on your workstation, I've also just gone to my PWS and placed it and worried about the free and half offs later too. Sometimes that, might cost you an extra $10 in shipping, but if you have a lot of product, sometimes it's worth it. So the basic thing to know is to have as much stuff set up ahead of time as possible. And then whatever dollar amount that you are ordering from the harvest collection, just put some other product in of the same dollar amount. That way you can put your free and half off stuff in. And then when you go to order, once you put the real order in, make sure you get rid of your dummy orders. So that way you don't have to pay for something that you don't want. And then you should be good to go.
And I would add, if you really want them, you'll be up at 3 a.m. with the rest of us. And it's kind of fun.
Oh, yeah. And I do that. I like 3 a.m. launches way better than 1 p.m. because I'm a teacher. So during 1 p.m., I'm like trying to do a reading group and praying that no one walks in while I'm like ordering on my phone. But, and I set my alarm for 2:30. It's like Christmas Eve. I always feel like it's Christmas Eve those nights.
Mhm. Thank you so much, Debbie.
You're welcome.
All right, Rand is going to do our drawing for tonight, and then I'll stop the recording. And if anybody has any questions, we'll hang on for a second.
Okay, here we go.
All right, pick us a name. Who's winning tonight?
Ginger.
Ginger! Yay! Congrats, Ginger. Ginger wins our Zoom team prize for this week. So awesome job. You guys, thank you so much for getting on. Appreciate you. And if you're tuning into the recording, we appreciate you for watching us back. And thanks for
I
tuning
wanted to
in.
thank you ladies for my gift I got from the Zoom a little bit ago. That was really nice.
You are so welcome. You're so welcome. All right, you guys, thank you so much.